While riding the bus to class in Honolulu, a Southerner got on and asked the driver, "Do you accept US dollars?" The driver, pointing to the American flag sticker on the window, replied with visible frustration, "You're in the United States." After his girlfriend became pregnant, he asked my friend why he needed to use protection, saying, well, she never got pregnant before. During a conversation with a man from Pakistan, he asked me about my fundamental beliefs. I said they were grounded in science, and he replied, "Oh, so all you care about is plastic surgery and boob jobs?" To him, the entire field of science boiled down to that. While solving a Rubik's Cube, a guy asked me how many sides it had and whether I could make them all blue. I don't have a girlfriend because women are too intimidated by my career. His job? Assistant manager at Outback Steakhouse? A new hire at a cotton mill who had dropped out of school to start working asked, "How much time do we get off for spring break?" Smoking indoors is banned now, but immigrants are still allowed to live. She said it with complete seriousness. I'm rarely speechless, but that left me utterly stunned. While working in customer service, a woman reading her serial number said, "Z as in xylophone." My brain froze for at least 10 seconds. Someone argued that there's no difference between turkey and ham, reasoning they both come from birds. In their world, I guess pigs must fly. I dated a girl who believed seahorses were the size of actual horses. She was crushed when we visited the aquarium. If you drink a regular Coke and then a Diet Coke, the sugar cancels out. Someone requested diet water while on a flight. I'm allergic to oxygen, they claimed. When I asked if they meant oxycodone, they firmly insisted, no, oxygen. You have your facts and I'll have mine. I dated a girl who thought the holes in the ozone layer are where space shuttles land. How long does it take for a cow's meat to grow back after you shave it off? I didn't take the promotion because the taxes would have been too high. People in England heard about the Queen's death before we did in the US because of the time difference. As if time zones mean they're living hours ahead in the future. My old manager thought Alaska was an island next to Hawaii because of how it's shown on maps. They also asked if you could catch an STD just by breathing the same air as someone with one. There were other things, but I can't recall them now. And yes, this person was in charge. You can't get pregnant if you're on top. These fireworks are damp. I'll dry them off in the microwave. I knew someone who thought the sun and the moon were the same object. She was 18 and had just graduated high school. My chiropractor can cure autism with his hands and essential oils. It's unfortunate he couldn't cure stupidity. Years ago, I was watching MTV's Street Smarts with a guy I had recently met. The question was to arrange events in chronological order: the Civil War, man landing on the moon, and the Ice Age. Laughing, I joked about how ridiculous the question was. He didn't laugh, so I asked, "You know the answer, right?" His reply, "I'm not great with dates." Salmonella only comes from salmon. You're a chef. You should know that. I was microwaving food and hit 1 to cook it for a minute. My friend asked, "Why a minute?" I usually set it for 60 seconds. We were in high school, and I had to explain they're the same. This steak tastes exactly like beef. I once had a conversation with a coworker trying to lose weight by avoiding pasta. Him. I've been doing well. I haven't eaten pasta in 2 weeks. Me. That's great. What's that you're holding? Him. Mac and cheese. Me. But I thought you said no pasta. Him. Yeah, I haven't. This is mac and cheese. Someone in our group lost a flip-flop in the river, and we watched it float downstream. Another group member told us to wait patiently because it would eventually circle back to us. What year did this happen? They asked while watching The Lord of the Rings. They genuinely believe the Golden Gate Bridge connects North America to Europe. Don't even ask. On a Discord server, a guy insisted Pakistan is in Africa. When I corrected him, saying it's in Asia, he called me a racist and went on a little rant. Last month, a coworker who is 34 years old asked me if I'd eventually run out of blood because I donate every few months. My mother-in-law is known for saying incredibly ignorant things. Recently, she saw a picture of the Colosseum in Italy and suggested they should just tear it down because it looks so old. To clarify, she wasn't there in person, just saw it on social media. She refuses to leave the US, insisting it's the best country and there's no need to visit other places. Honestly, it's probably for the best she stays where she is. Back in elementary school, we learned about Native American cultures and legends. One story described how all the men went to war, leaving just one boy to ensure the tribe's survival. A girl in class loudly questioned why the boy didn't just die too, saying the women could keep the tribe alive. Having already had the talk, I explained that without at least one man, the tribe couldn't continue. She shouted, "That's not true! We know how to fish!" I laughed so hard I was sent to sit outside. One time, my mom called me a son of a We both ended up laughing about it later. Tigers are just female lions, declared my 40-year-old ex-boyfriend, who, by the way, is a nuclear engineer. As a skydiver, I once had a woman ask me if the plane stops so we can jump out. Sure, it parallel parks next to the 747. Don't drink sparkling water. It's full of carbs. I rarely find myself speechless, but I think I lost a few brain cells hearing that. Wait, you're Asian? I thought you said you were Vietnamese. Years ago, a family member told me, "My husband and I are having issues, so we're trying for another baby. That should solve everything." I smiled awkwardly and walked away, utterly stunned. I'm not sure if an egg is classified as a fruit or a vegetable. A friend once asked why we couldn't see stars while flying over them. She genuinely thought airplanes flew above the stars. I was left speechless. Someone once said they were excited for Halloween to land on a Friday the 13th. I'm an American of Mexican heritage. Someone asked where I was from, and I told them California. They then asked about my parents, so I said Michigan and Texas. Looking annoyed, they pressed further, asking, "No, where are your people from?" I explained I could trace my family's U.S. roots back to 1817, and then asked, "Where are you from?" They walked away without responding. "Why don't you go back to where you came from?" asked a racist man at the grocery store checkout. "I'm Native American," I replied. "This is literally where I'm from." Isn't it incredible how dogs just instinctively know commands like sit and lie down? The man was completely serious. Someone said farmers aren't necessary because we have grocery stores. I live in a rural area.